my journey inspires you, allow me another few moments to come back to the three P's and the four E's, which I'll leave behind with you. So one thing is that please remember that all of you are winners today. Two, three reasons. One, why you have been here, you are already lucky. There are multiple people who did not get a seat in JSB, by the way. So please remember that you are lucky. That should give you a lot of confidence into that. Number two, what Chairman Sir said, as a country, it couldn't have been a better time to be an Indian today. Whatever Honorable Prime Minister talks about a Viksit Bharat by 2047, please take it from me, that's no longer a dream. We have already shown we are very near to it. Probably we will achieve it prior to 2047. So that's a great opportunity that all of you youngsters carry. Opportunity as well as a responsibility. Because if you don't do it right, this opportunity will never come again. अगर ये हमारे हाथ से निकल गया, ये फिर कभी नहीं आएगा. I'll give you some simple examples. I mean, China got independence after us. आज कहाँ है वो? Look at their per capita, look at the macroeconomic parameters and everything. We did some wrong things, in my opinion, I mean, which we are trying to correct. We will correct them. But the opportunity that everybody has today as an Indian and to be in India, this opportunity will never come in. Please grab it with both your hands. ये कभी दोबारा मिल करके नहीं आएगा. And you guys are fully going to be responsible. Either we are winners, you are responsible for that. All the bouquets are yours. If we are not responsible, again, I would hold you guys probably responsible for that. And I'm sure you will never do that. So that's one thing, that the timing, the demographic dividend that Chairman Sir talked about. The whole world today is on a population decline. Forget about education and everything. So only countries like India, with our good people around, trained people around, educated people around, we are going to be serving the entire world. It's not just India, we will be serving the entire world. We will be leading the world. And in the process, we will be leading the thought process and everything also over there. I'm really, really pleased at what Director Sir talked about, the 14-day inculcation program. I mean, starting with a Havan. I mean, this is my 33rd year, I mean, of my career. One of the secrets that has kept me going so far, I've seen many people failing down, many people going off. One of the things that has kept me going is stress management. And how to manage stress. I mean, nothing better than yoga, prayer to any God that you believe in. All those, mind you, are now scientifically proven to calm your mind, to give you a sharper focus, and to take you in the long run. So what I'm trying to tell you here is that life is no longer a 100-meter sprint. One day of CAT exam, getting certain score, getting into a business school. No, it is not that. Life is not even a marathon. Marathon also happens on, standard fair surfaces. It's almost like a cross country. You go up, you go down, there are lefts, there are rights. And if you are capable to earn enough in your next 2 years to make you capable to take the cross country race, then probably you have done justice to your position being here. So be prepared to take the cross country race. That's something that I want to leave behind. And there will be few things that will help you in that race. And those are basics. I mean, you heard discipline, hard work, academics, no compromises. There's no shortcut, and there never will be shortcut. Nobody has had ever that. But what you can do, and that's where I'm coming in from my own experience. So even before going into that, let me just quickly traverse my journey. So as I told ma'am, I'm a physics graduate, but after having done 3 years of graduation, I suddenly realized, I mean, probably academics is not my area. This is way back in 1990. Delhi University, Ramjas College, so always a good student, had great marks over there also. But then suddenly I took a decision that I'll go and pursue law. Again, I qualified the entrance examination, got admission in the campus law center, completed my graduation, was raring to go and practice. But lo and behold, and this is something important because many decisions are not your own. I mean, at times there are a lot of invisible factors which influence your decision. So I happen to belong to a state which is Bihar. And in Bihar, my father took me to the local court and said that somebody who can't do anything, वो law करता है और देखो ये हालत होता है यहाँ के court में. I mean, that's the kind of statement. And we had a big disagreement. I still rebelled. I came back, came to Delhi University, joined the High Court. But way back, I mean, law as a profession was not very structured. आज तो बहुत ज़्यादा options है. My son, incidentally, is a lawyer, so I can see that happening. I struggled for 1.5 years. Daytime, I used to go to the courts. Evening, since I was a science graduate, I used to take tuitions just to keep myself running. But somehow I realized that it's not going well, and that's when then I decided what should I do next. I was fortunate that year, Delhi School of Economics, they started two MBA programs, one in international business in HR. Since I was a good student, I qualified. And mind you, I mean, I still remember my interview was, it was a 15-minute interview, out of which almost 10 minutes were just asking me, are you sure you want to join MBA? Are you sure you want to join MBA? Because तब तक उन्होंने किसी lawyer को MBA join करते हुए देखा ही नहीं था. I said, no, sir, I'm here. I want to do that. And since I ended up with a good grade, I had a combo of law uh, and MBA. And that's how I ended up in FICCI, Federation of Indian Chamber, where I thought that let me balance both of them, let me work on the policy making side of business. And that's how I spent almost 10 wonderful years. After having reached the ceiling over there, then I said that enough of FICCI, let me try and look out for some other opportunities. Took a graded decision, went to Denmark Embassy, of all places. They have a commercial section where we were actually helping Danish companies to come and set up shop in India. Somebody who wanted to set up a manufacturing, somebody who wanted to set up a marketing unit and everything. While I was doing that, there was this Danish beer company, many of you may be aware of. It's called Carlsberg. They were setting up, their factories here in India. And since I had a law and an MBA background, I was helping them out with RBI clearances, FIPB at that time, clearances and those kind of things. So suddenly the chairman of Carlsberg at that time came and talked to the ambassador in Denmark's ambassador and said that I need Vikas Singh because to set up the entire compliance process for me. So I said, fair enough, I'll go and do that. They had planned that it will take them 5 years to set up breweries, get the brewery licenses, set up, selling also every state you have to go and register yourselves and everything. But unfortunately, fortunately, I could do that in 1.5 years. So while I was very happy professionally, personally, it was the worst thing that I could have done. Actually, I was rendered jobless. I didn't have a job. I mean, so I was again, I mean, for 6 months, I had to keep on skirting, looking for jobs. So this is a one big turn which happened in that time. I got an offer from Lenovo. I handled them. I joined them because I felt that technology is going to the way forward. That was 2010. We were on the upswing at that time. Second, to represent a Chinese company in India has its own set of challenges. I said that would be good. I had almost 10 years, again a decade in Lenovo, did everything that was possible. 10th year, a senior of mine from FICCI, whom I really, adore a lot, he came, got hold of me, said that enough of Lenovo, now come down and join OYO. He was already there. He had joined OYO in 2014. OYO was doing very well in 2018, 2019. They were, I mean, almost treated as a, poster boy of Indian startup ecosystem. I also felt that I had enough of all these multinational companies. Let me now do something for a local company. Now, again, just watch carefully. I joined OYO in February 2020, and March is when the lockdown happened. The entire aviation industry, the entire hospitality industry went for a 6. So you can well imagine, I mean, all those roles, duplicating, whatever we had done. But then that is where when you need to translate challenges into opportunities. What we did was we converted OYO hotels into quarantine centers. We converted OYO hotels to be associated with, hospitals and dispensaries, so that doctors who were not being allowed to go back into their societies, we said that, okay, OYO will host you and do that. I mean, those are the kind of things that you should have to be prepared. And whatever sir, chairman sir, ma'am talked about, each one is trying to poke you to gear up for those challenges. End of the day, if you can learn, unlearn, be adaptable, I mean, those are really, really Biblic words, and you should always remember that. Net, what happened 2023? I mean, all OYO couldn't go for an IPO. By then, some couple of IPO disasters like Zomato, Pgdm had happened. Government of India said that, no, nothing doing. You can't take your investors for a ride. Show me your business plan. Show me your bottom line. Now, how does Ritesh Agarwal bring in the bottom line? I mean, first thing that he did was to bring out roles that were duplicate. My role was one of them. Me and my gentleman Siddharth Das Gupta, who had both of us were doing the same things. Ritesh called us. He said, "Because Siddharth, you have to decide either one of you." I said, "Okay, Siddharth, you are senior. You stay back. Let me just try out." Again, 3 months, no job, on the road. But I had a lot of confidence in myself, and I'll come to those 4 P's and E's at the end of this thing. So after that, again 3 months on the road, kept on trying, and that is when SAP happened. Now, when I had nothing to do with technology, mind you, except Lenovo was completely hardware, SAP is completely software, ERP and everything. But the learnings that I had and the learnings that I had over the period of time, now I can confidently say that people like me in my profession, my roles, we have a model to succeed. And that success model is a tripartite one. So anything where the company that you represent, the customers, and the country, whenever these three, all of them align and resonate, rest assured you will have success. Today, government is looking at professionals like you, companies like Gini Filaments and others, manufacturing companies to try and contribute. There's no other way out. They are now opening their doors, ready to listen to you, ready and act on those listings. Budget after budget, Honorable Prime Minister's speech after speech is all reflecting all that. Try and grab that opportunity, and I'm a classic example in case I could inspire you. And now, having said that, I mean, I would leave behind with the 2, 3 P's and couple of very non-negotiable ones that I want to keep you over there. So I'm again, as I told you, Swami Vivekanand. I mean, he used to say that for success. I mean, and for him, when he used to say talk about God as a, and God can be a great example for success. He used to say that purity, patience, and perseverance are three essentials to God, in my opinion, success, and above all, love. What Honorable Chairman sir talked about. Purity, you have to be pure. You have to be definitely genuine. You have to definitely be very confident and very sure about what you're doing. Patience, nothing comes shortcut. You have to really tread the path, go the long way, go the hard way. And perseverance. That is the ultimate challenge. I have seen n number of examples in the corporates that I talked about, where people who may have been IIM Ahmedabad graduates over a period of time stayed back, and people from other institutes, because they had certain qualities, went up. I mean, they went on to become CEOs, CHROs, CFOs, and whatnot. So that perseverance is something which is absolutely non-negotiable. The 4 E's that I sincerely believe in and which I feel has brought me to this stage is earnestness. What I mean, Director Sir, Chairman Sir, and others talked about earnestness. Be curious. You have to learn. You have to keep your mind open. The day you feel that you know everything, rest assured that's your final day. That's death for your professional journey. Never have that. Ethics is something which is absolutely non-compromisable. You have to be, your integrity is the one which will keep you going in the long run. One wrong thing that you do today, and in this era of social media, one wrong photograph, one case of cheating in an examination, one shortcut, one AI generated report, uh, ending up in plagiarism, rest assured, it is sketched now in stone. You cannot delete it. Never do that. Keep 100% ethics is absolutely non-compromisable. The third E that I talk about is third E that I talk about is empathy. Again, you heard a lot of speakers on the dais talking about that. Are anything that you're doing, is it only for you to make more money, or is it good for the society? Is it good for the country? Is it good for the people that you are actually surrounded with? Empathy is something which, again, in my opinion, takes you long. I mean, one thing that I said, Director Sir, in multiple institutes, is that probably one of immersion sessions of the students should also be in the nearest yogi or nearest, over there. Absolutely. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Because unless you go and look at the lives that those people are leading, and mind you, they are also Indians, we have equal responsibilities for them, that that should give you that spark to do well for them, not just for you. So empathy is again another thing which is non-compromisable. And last one is equity. please be fair, just, because that's the only way. Unless you are just, you cannot create a just society. And unless there is a just society, people like you will not be able to access. So these were some things that I wanted to leave behind today. Again, I'll close with something that was very dear to Swami Vivekananda. It's from Kathopanishad. Uttishta Jagrat Prapya Varane Bodhat. Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. Thank you. All the best to you.
Thank you, sir, for your words of wisdom to all of us. Your insights on the value of self motivation and self development has truly struck a chord with us. The way you connected life lessons with real world examples and geopolitical scenarios has really inspired us. Let's give a huge round of applause to Sir. It's my great honor and privilege. It's my great it's my great honor It's my great honor and privilege to introduce our esteemed chief guest, Mr. Prateek Garg, an entrepreneur and a technology visionary. He's the founder and managing director of Progressive TechServe, a next generation managed services company that provides a complete range of IT transformation and support services. Headquartered in the National Capital Region, Noida, the company is a CMMI Level 3 organization with over 600 full time employees, more than 200 global clients, over 200 consultants, and a strong international presence, including the United States. Mr. Garg has also seed funded, currently mentoring a Silicon Valley startup called Sentilytics, an intelligent cloud management platform. The startup is a part of StartX, the prestigious global startup accelerator at Stanford University, Palo Alto.
In recognition of his continued efforts and innovation in the field of IT, Internet, and telecommunication, Mr. Garg was honored at the 9th Asia Pacific Entrepreneurship Award 2018. He has also served as Vice Chairman and Chairman of the Western UP Zonal Council of Confederation of India's Industry. In addition, he served as CII Co-Chairman, Northern Region for Artificial Intelligence. Mr. Gergs holds a bachelor degree in Electronic and Telecommunications Engineering from National Institute of Technology, Kurukshetra. He has also attended Management Development Program at Accelerate Jamshedpur and INSEAD, Singapore. Unflinching commitment toward customer success continue to remain Mr. Prateek's core belief. It is now my great honor and privilege to invite our esteemed chief guest, Mr. Prateek Garg, to kindly address the gathering and share his valuable insight and inspiring thoughts with us. Over to you, sir.
Very good afternoon, warm afternoon to all of you, to the dignitaries on the dais, Chairman Shri Shishir Jaipuria ji, Madam Rupa Manjari Ghosh, Director Shri Tapan Naik ji, Dean Academics Mr. Dr. Nitin Saxena, and of course the speaker before me, Mr. Singh. Thank you very much for such a wide spectrum and wise anecdotes that all of you have shared with the audience. And to my young friends here, the batch of 26, 28 at the Pgdm GSP, many congratulations to you and your family for having secured the admission here in this prestigious school in Uttar Pradesh and the National Capital Region. It's ranked amongst the top in the country, so no mean achievement. And as Madam Manjuri said, you've come here with 2 cases. So I'm going to try and see if I can fill the second one with by bringing the business lens. A lot has been said, so I'll try and not or try and distill that into uh, simpler words and also give you some tools that'll help you shape your careers as you go forward. Let me remind you that you begin a new journey, and this is a lifelong journey. So, the and therefore very important that you inculcate the right habits. In this presentation, it's a short presentation that I will pick up a few things, a few important things that should help you shape the way you utilize not only your time at the institute for the next 2 years, but beyond that. And since I'm an entrepreneur, therefore you will have to pardon me that it brings in that color in whatever I'm going to speak. All right. So the idea is to see how do we win in the future of work. Yeah. So what are we going to talk about today? So where is the business market headed? I wouldn't like to call it the job market, but the macro shifts are reshaping hiring. The but you've made the smartest career move that was possible in the world that we live in today. Everything today builds on that decision, and it doesn't undercut that. So where is the job market headed? How do you make this Pgdm DM work even harder for you, pairing it with your skills that the employers want? And having been an employer uh, myself in the tech industry, it is important that I bring that perspective to you. And what is the practical roadmap starting today? How do you look beyond just what the institute is going to give in to you? So it is not meant to worry you, it is meant to give you a head start. I think the director already alluded to it in his presentation, in his speech. So there are, as per the World Economic Forum data, 78 million new jobs are projected globally by 2030. But still, 63% of employers like us say skills gap, not funding or not ideas, is the number one challenge, is the number one barrier to growth. So everybody is struggling to find the right talent, and that's your opportunity. And since you're starting afresh, it is even a bigger opportunity so that you do the right things so that by the time you graduate, you become a hot property for every employer to hire you. 39% of core job skills will evolve by 2030. So now we are in a world of transition. Chairman Saab also mentioned we are looking at a changing world. The the geopolitics, the supply chains, everything seems to have disrupted, and there's a new world order which is shaping. So you are perhaps using that time very effectively in training yourself, learning at the school. So 39% of core jobs will evolve. Early movers will get the first pick for the new roles. And that's how do you get that advantage is what I'm going to talk to you about. Early movers. So your degree is the base, but you got to build the skills on top of it. And why do I distinguish between the two? So the degree that JSP is going to give you is like an operating system in a computer, the Windows or Mac OS, depending on what. So the degree is the operating system which they will anyway load in you. They'll make sure that it is loaded, and when you are leaving the school, your GPAs, etc., will ensure that you have crossed the line. But what is the change? The change is the apps on the top. So every app, every computer or your mobile phone, you load apps. So apps is what you have is nothing but the tools, platform, frameworks which are refreshing every 12 to 18 months. And I'm sure all of you refresh your apps, your new versions keep coming, you keep refreshing you keep reloading your apps, and new apps keep coming for the same stuff. So it's like that. So don't panic. Build an habit of updating one app at a time. And how to do that, I will tell you in my next slide. Employers today are hiring for fast, calm, and calm people who pick up the next thing, not just the day one knowledge. So you're not going to get hired only for the knowledge that you will be instilled here. You will be hired for the skills other than the knowledge that you have picked up here. So that skill is to start that practicing, that skilling yourself. You have to start practicing in this semester itself. And you don't have to wait. There's no better time than today. A lot has been talked about AI. I'm not going to scare you about AI. AI is creating a new kind of entry level. It's a big leveler. Okay, tasks are getting easier. So here, talk about AI very confidently. Okay, it is a new equalizer. Routine tasks will shift to tools. So what really it means it frees you up for judgment, relationships, and creative work. A lot been said, but not it is not a loss for you. It helps you. AI helps you with tools that helps you do things faster and better, and while keeping your own curiosity and your own analytical abilities in perspective. New roles are constantly emerging in last 5 years. Many of them did not exist. New roles are emerging around AI, data integrity, data, digital strategy, etc. And as you move forward, you will see not lot many new roles will come in. So the question really is not going to be whether you know everything. The question is, can you ask the right questions and you have the right curiosity to keep learning? And that is how it will be very different to the times that we grew up in, that we had to learn everything and had to know everything. You need to know where to find the answers. And AI is where you go and find the answers. The edge is available to everybody in this room starting today. And that is what AI brings to you. AI is your co-pilot. Pair it with your own judgment, and you do more faster than either of us could do alone. And that really, so AI, all AI processes are going to be with human in the loop. Okay, so there is nothing that that humans are getting in disintermediated. Absolutely not. This is a very important slide. The employers love a T-shaped professional. What does really it mean? You get hired for your depth as well as your breadth. What is the depth? People are being picked. What the vertical depth is the real expertise of the specialization that you've chosen, whether it is in finance, marketing, analytics, operations, what have you. Okay, so that is the depth. But the breadth is where the story gets very interesting. It's about communication, data literacy, AI, prompt engineering, adaptability, cross-stream collaboration. All of this has been said. I'm just trying to put this into perspective. So you should aspire to become a T-shaped professional. That's the big message that I'm trying to give you. Build both deliberately over the next 2 years that you spend here. Take every opportunity that you get to look at the breadth side of the equation and learning that as well while you do the depth side of the equation in the classrooms. Land and become a person that everybody wants on their team. Useful in more rooms than most people. And that is, everybody should want you on their team. And how do you do that? So to do that, make learning a habit, and it's not an event. The event of you getting admitted here has happened, and now The institute will, and the brilliant faculty here will make sure that they load the operating system and train you. But make learning a habit. And that is really how do you build both the depth and breadth without feeling overwhelmed? The answer is only mindset shift. Stop treating upskilling as an one-time event or a certificate that you have to accomplish. Treat it like a gym. All right. So in the gym, you are regular. You do small exercises, and that's how it becomes a compounding habit. The day you don't go to a gym, you don't feel good about it. Similarly, make learning a compounding habit, and the more you start learning outside the curriculum, you will start feeling a lot better, lot stronger, lot confident, which is lot courage, a lot of courage in you will develop. So these are very important tools that will make you a true professional of this millennium. And this is what the employers are now seeking for. The goal isn't to know everything. It is just to get a little faster at learning each semester, and that is really the important point that I want to leave you with. So here are 4 places to start with right away. Certifications on the MOOC platforms like Coursera, EDX, LinkedIn. So much learning tools that are available. Just choose whatever you're more comfortable with, and they are free of cost. A lot of them are free of cost. Pick one skill per quarter, or per basically 2 skills a semester. Maybe Excel, Power BI, AI tools, prompt engineering, as I mentioned, and make sure that you have certified yourself on that. These are over and above what is being taught in the curriculum. Look for real projects. So the institute, it does a lot of industry, academia collaboration. There are a lot of internships they will be on offer. But beyond that, go and look at case competitions, live projects, internships on your own. Don't waste a single minute uh, in this duration, because the more you will package in, the more tea you would become, and the more hireable you will be, the more confidence you will have to begin to maybe start something of your own, to be a professional manager, to be a, depending on whatever you want to accomplish. All these skills that I'm talking about, the breadth skills, will help you in any profession that you choose. Mentorship and networks. Look for good mentors, seniors, alumni, link, engage on LinkedIn, and create a personal branding on LinkedIn right today. If you don't have a LinkedIn page, create a page and start sharing on that page anything that you accomplish, so that it starts building and it shows a really engaged professional in you. All right. And that, I think, is very important in today's world. Before you will get hired, the companies will go and look at your LinkedIn page, that have you done anything just beyond the degree that you've gotten from here. Okay. So what exactly do the future ready professionals do differently? One, the 4 habits seen consistently in future ready professionals are curiosity. Ask how and why, and not just what. Okay, very, very important. Curiosity is the new currency, and it is the curiosity that will take you further. Adaptability, or shall I say, the ability to learn, unlearn, and relearn. Professor Alvin Toffler once very famously said that illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read or write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. And mind you, you will have this challenge every single day as you step into the professional world, because now it's a very fast-paced world that we live in. Chairman Saab also mentioned that you really have to have that ability to stay curious, to ask questions, to ability to unlearn and relearn quickly and adapt. to the new situation. The third very important skill is communication. Clear, plain language that with no jargons sets people apart fast. You are able to connect with people. People to people communication matters. And last but not the least is ownership. Finish what you start, then go find the next problem. Don't pick up stuff, leave it in between, and then jump onto the next thing. This is not going to bring you any credibility, nor will it encourage or build confidence in you. So your degree opens the door, but it is your skills which will define how far you will go on the runway. Consider the life as a runway. Markets will keep changing, and that's an opportunity, not a threat. Advantage goes to those who are prepared while others are waited. 2 years from now, the upskilling habit started today will be your real edge in the placement interviews or anything that you want to do. And that I'm reminding you of, start today. Don't wait to start building your skills. Learning today is as an infinite possibility, with the digital world that we live in. And congratulations to all of you for starting this journey and build something worthwhile, worth showing while in the campus and after the campus. And before I conclude, I thought it is also important to tell you a little bit about myself. I graduated, I completed my high school in 1980. I topped the schools in Haryana, and went on to join the engineering school at NIT Kurukshetra, topped the school again, and started my career at HCL. 5 years at HCL, including 1 year at HCL America. I was part of the startup team which at HCL America. Then I came back. I didn't like it in America, and started my entrepreneurship journey in 1990. And that's what I'm doing today. The first company I set up in 1990, which went public in 98. In 98, I exited from that company and set up the Progressive, which I run currently. So we are now a group of 3 companies. So the point I'm trying to make, this is not to tell you my story. The point I'm trying to make is that each one of you in the room is far smarter than I was. If I could come this far, armed with no PGDBA, I'm not an MBA. I'm just an engineering graduate. I'm sure you guys, each one of you can go much further. And with this, I would end saying, go forth and set the world on fire. Bon voyage. Thank you very much for listening to me.
Thank you, sir, for an thank you, sir, for your enlightening words. The tools that you provided will surely be employed by us to attain the excellence in the corporate world. Your definition of T-shaped professionals would help us chalk our roadmap. Let's give a huge round of applause for Sir for sharing the nuances of unbuilding those easy habits that would take us on the path of success. As a token of our gratitude and appreciation, we would now like to felicitate our esteemed chief guest, Mr. Pratik Garg, and our keynote speaker and esteemed guest, Mr. Vikas Kumar Singh, for gracing this occasion with their presence and sharing their valuable insights with us. May I request Chairman Sir to kindly present a token of appreciation to Mr. Pratik Garg and Mr. Vikas Kumar Singh on behalf of the Jaipuria School of Business. Thank you, sir.
I would now like to invite Dr. Saruni Chitkara, Associate Dean, Student Welfare, Jaipuria School of Business, to please extend vote of thanks.
Thank you, Nitin and Swati. You're doing a great job today. Good afternoon, everyone. So, on behalf of management, faculty, staff, and students of Jaipuria School of Business, Ghaziabad, it's my privilege to propose the vote of thanks on the inaugural day of Praram 2026 as we warmly welcome the Pgdm batch 2026-28 into the JSB family. I express my heartfelt gratitude to our respected chairman, sir, for his inspiring vision, constant encouragement, and thought provoking address. Sir, your words have beautifully set the tone for the journey that our students are about to begin. And I'm sure that when they walk out, they will also never shy away from taking new decisions and go beyond their comfort zone and definitely succeed. I extend my sincere thanks to our esteemed mentor, Dr. Rupa Manjari Ghosh, for sharing her invaluable insights and inspiring our students to embrace learning with curiosity, resilience, and purpose. Ma'am, we hope when this batch moves out after 2 years, they will be carrying two new suitcases full of pride, dreams, and memories. Thank you, ma'am. A special note of gratitude to our distinguished keynote speaker, Mr. Bikash Kumar Singh, Vice President and India Head SAP, for enlightening our students with his industry perspectives and motivating them to prepare for the opportunities and challenges of an ever evolving corporate world. Sir, thank you for reminding us to keep our mind open and lead our lives with empathy, earnestness, ethics, and equity. Thank you so much, sir. Our sincere thanks to our chief guest, Mr. Prateek Garg, founder and managing director, Progressive Tech Serve India, for sharing his entrepreneurial journey and valuable experiences. Your inspiring words have encouraged our students to dream big, embrace innovation, and strive for excellence. And I'm sure, sir, the concept of becoming a T-shaped professionals are the true competitive advantage that can make them indispensable in life. Thank you, sir. I also extend my heartfelt gratitude to our respected director, Sir Dr. Tapan Kumar Nayak, for introducing Pararam and reaffirming the Institute's commitment to nurturing future-ready leaders, and to our Dean Academics, Dr. Nitin Kumar Saxena, for his warm welcome and guidance to our incoming batch. I also extend a heartfelt welcome and gratitude to our distinguished guests, members of our sister concerned institutions, industry leader, parents, and all esteemed invitees whose presence has enriched this inaugural ceremony. My sincere appreciation goes to all our core team members, faculty members, administrative staff, student volunteers, IT team, media team, and every individual who worked tirelessly behind the scenes to make this today's inaugural session a grand success. Finally, to our dear students of PGM Batch 26-28, welcome once again to the Jaipuria family. We hope our journey over the next 2 years is filled with learning, leadership, meaningful friendships, new connections, and countless opportunities to grow yourself into a responsible and successful professional. With this, I once again thanks each one of you for your gracious presence and valuable contribution to making this Praram a memorable beginning for everybody. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, ma'am, for expressing gratitude to our prominent speakers. This brings us to the end of inaugural session of Praram.
I request you all to rise in the honor